To think that astrology would answer every question that you may ask in your earthly life would, of course, be naive. And to believe that it could would be gullible. But astrology is the map by which we can find our way through life's maze of crossroads. Man has looked to the heavens since his beginning and has never failed to find there the signposts of life. As when traveling from city to city, we are offered many alternate routes. A road map helps us find the most direct and safest route for us to follow. Astrology provides us, through our horoscope, with the road map of our life. Let us now view the map which leads us to the fortunes of Gemini. Gemini, the twins, is the third sign of the astrological zodiac. May 21st to June 20th. As a Gemini, your planetary ruler is Mercury. Your sign is air. You are of a mutable nature, changeable, questioning. As Gemini, you have the quickness of mind that comes to you directly from the power of Mercury, a planet that is identified with Quicksilver. You are capable of deep intellectual thought, and your ability to assess and improvise is one of your most outstanding personality traits. Gemini does have a dual personality, and so, as there are many intellectuals found in your sign, there are those of you that are just the opposite, never bothering to look much below the surface of any problem. But for the most part, Gemini people have great ability. One of the outstanding examples of the Gemini ability to succeed is the late John F. Kennedy. To illustrate the contrasts found within your sign, the great Judy Garland was born in the house of Gemini. Here we have two great, successful, but completely opposite types of people. On one hand, the Gemini ability for clear, rational, hard-nosed decisions. And on the other, one ruled by emotion and contradiction. You can be the most generous and giving, while a brother or sister of your sign can be the exact opposite. But on the whole, you will enjoy giving and sharing. You are the most adaptable, flexible, and more able to cope with change than any of the other signs. You have a profound understanding of revolution, whether you agree with it or not. And your ability to change course in midstream gives you the highest chance of survival in almost any situation. You are capable of making a decision, then admit that you have made a mistake, and change your mind and course to rectify the situation immediately. It is because of this quickness of mind that you sometimes suffer from an error of judgment. But here again, your admirable qualities and ability to change shine through. A word of caution. While it is realized that you are reacting while others are just acting, you should attempt to exercise more restraint and control when examining problems. In contrast, the first answer to any question is usually not satisfactory to you. But here, because of the speed with which you act, it is possible that you can be on the fifth answer while never having really examined the first. With a little bit of control in this area, success will be very hard for you to avoid. Your changeability leads you into many different projects at the same time. But you suffer from lack of interest as soon as some new project is offered to you. This holds true in business, recreation, and love. Changeability is a Gemini's middle name. If you can avoid allowing yourself to go off into many directions at the same time and concentrate more fully on completing one or two projects, success of these projects is almost guaranteed by your participation. One of your main problems in this area is your insecurity. It is this insecurity that prompts you to change your mind. It is here that changeability can lead to hesitation and confusion. You very seldom recognize hesitation as hesitation, and very seldom ever admit to confusion. In meetings or during discussions of almost any type, you will make decisions when others fail to do so. This is not always a wise decision, and you will have serious doubts about it later. But it does start the forward action. Because of your changeability, it should not be thought that you lack in determination. That would be a sorry and sad mistake on the part of your opposition. When you believe you are right, nothing can sway you from your course of action. When this determination is applied to business, sporting events, or any competitive area, the smart money would go with Gemini. As was mentioned earlier, in regard to the understanding of revolution, it should be pointed out that just because you understand change does not mean you always endorse it. You are capable of a strange and unexpected conservative attitude in some areas which does not go along with your Gemini personality. You also can be highly skeptical, and seeing is believing for you. While you would never suggest that someone was lying to you, you would make it abundantly clear that you will hold your decision until you've seen it with your own eyes. Gemini, a word of advice. Realize you cannot do two things, or go in two directions, or be in two places at the same time. Pick your direction and, of course, exercise your ability of reassessment. But persevere to the end. Your quicksilver tendencies must be held in check. What we have just discussed are merely the broad and more general Gemini traits, and can be used as a rule of thumb by which to know yourself and understand your basic motives more clearly. But to further understand what truly motivates you, it is necessary to place you in one of the decans which divide your sign into three separate parts. Those of the sign of Gemini born between May 21st and May 31st are within the first decan. Those born between June 1st and June 10th are within the second decan. And those born between June 11th and June 20th are within the third and final decan. If you were born in the first decan, May 21st to May 31st, you are by far the purest of the Gemini nature. Your intellectual powers are the most highly developed. The main problem you will face in your life is that of concentration. You start many projects, but in most instances fail to see them through. You have the tendency to drift. Although you have the ability to succeed, your lack of determination and ability to see things to an end can cause you to be the least successful of your sign. If you exercise control and apply yourself, your inherent ability can correct any fault you may have. The second decan, June 1st to June 10th, has marked you as the most likely to find total success in your life. Of your brothers and sisters of the first and third decan, you are the least likely to hesitate and are by far the most determined. You have the greatest control and are best equipped to follow a single course of action. As with all Gemini, of course, your powers to reassess problems are highly polished. You have an excellent understanding of yourself, and this allows you to be more discriminating in your decisions than those of the first and third decan. Great personal happiness and success will find you no matter which road you travel. Of the three decans, those of you born within the third, June 11th to June 20th, will always be the most popular and sought-after company of your sign. You are a generous and sympathetic person. Your feelings for others and your understanding of their hurts make you the most humanitarian of your brothers and sisters of the first and second decan. When charity drives or any committee that is working for the community betterment approach you, you will give time and money that you can ill afford, providing you believe that it will be of help. You would not under any circumstances ever do harm or injury to another living thing. And if you inadvertently cause some grief, you are the first to take any steps that will rectify it. You do not display your feelings if you have been hurt. These you keep to yourself so as not to be a burden on anyone else. A note of caution. While generosity is admirable, remember that you too must live. Success for you can only be stopped by your own preoccupation with other people. Gemini, you are truly the twins of the universe. Your ability to succeed is at your fingertips, and life for you should never be much of a problem. Beware of being too skeptical and appearing hesitant due to your changeability. Exercise control and determination on a more general basis, and life will supply you with happiness and prosperity.
Gemini, in choosing a career, you will find the greatest success when you are dealing directly with people. You make excellent counselors and interviewers. This is partly due to the fact that other people are making the decisions, and this allows Gemini the opportunity to just listen and not be put into the position of having to make a single direct decision themselves. Geminis shine particularly as teachers. In teaching, they can exercise all of their excellent humanitarian and sympathetic attitudes. They are gentle guides and most receptive to new and different ideas. Gemini make excellent second-in-command officers. In the execution of someone else's directions, they can achieve the desired results, especially where dealings with other people are concerned. As press agents, they excel, but it is necessary that the person for whom they are working be someone that they personally respect. Writing is an occupation that all Gemini people should consider, if only on a part-time basis. It would be wise if you would just try a few lines and see what results you can obtain. This is not to say that you will all become Shakespeares, but you do have as a general rule an ability to write. There are many companies requiring many different kinds of writers. These openings are available more so today than at any other time. Gemini people are apt to have more than one job. They have great reserves of energy and for the most part do not find part-time work a burden. In fact, in most cases, it is through desire as opposed to necessity. Here again, for the Gemini that is looking for part-time work, they would be wise to look in an area where personal contact with other people is required. You will find that in most instances, the Gemini person achieves far greater success when working for a large organization. This comes from your splendid ability to carry through someone else's orders to a successful completion. In most instances, the Gemini is not prone to personal business ventures. This is not because they lack the ability. It is because they lack determination and become quickly bored if enough variety is not offered. This is one reason why you will do well in a large, multifaceted corporation. Those that work for you will certainly know exasperation. They will not understand how you are so capable of change, especially after an eloquent defense on a decision or a plan of action made earlier. You should be cautious and not become too flip or sarcastic where other employees are concerned. You will find that this would be their only complaint concerning you. In all, your relations with those that work for or under you will be fair and enjoyable. Your changeability will be something that they are prepared to live with and accept as just being one of your quirks. Remember, determination and follow-through where personal ventures are concerned will be your key to success. Mercury, as your planetary ruler, endows you with youthful appearance, youthful ideas, and youthful opinions as to the limit of your strength. A fact that you may find hard to accept is that even Gemini people grow older as time passes. And what you could achieve at 20 may no longer be as practical or even possible at 50. All Gemini people are prone to accepting dares or challenges. Very seldom do they ever consider the possible consequences of these actions. And so Gemini are susceptible to illness and accidents caused by this sometimes childlike attitude toward dares. You do not have exceptional strength and can easily catch colds and flu that other signs would tend to escape. Here again, this can be caused by your tendency to operate on nervous energy, thereby allowing yourself to become run down and overtired. You should take sufficient quantities of protein. This supplies heat and consequently energy. When you are young, you must be sure that you eat properly balanced meals. A list of your possible vitamin deficiencies would be too long to repeat here. And so the advice for you is be sure that your meals are properly balanced. You should also keep a watchful eye on rheumatic or bronchial problems that could arise. Do not allow yourself to become overtaxed or mentally exhausted. You should also be cautious in regard to accidents involving anything that comes in pairs, such as hands, feet, ears, and eyes. Injuries could come to these areas through negligence caused by exhaustion. If you will just follow the simple rules of good health, such as good foods and proper rest, you should not have any serious health problems. Gemini should, as should all other signs, have regular medical checkups. This does wonders for your own peace of mind. Where friends are concerned, you can choose from the entire zodiac. You are one of the few signs capable of being able to make this broad choice. You can get along with the most difficult signs as well as handle the most sensitive. You enjoy your friends and in all likelihood have many. You will find if you were to take a poll of your friends, they would all have different reasons for enjoying your company. But one of the most common points in their analysis would have to be your generous and sympathetic nature. In marriage, your choice is not quite as broad, although you can and most likely will be drawn toward Aries, Libra, and Aquarius. In marriage with Aries, you will find a strength of direction, but this attitude may just as easily upset you as it does in some instances please you. And although the possibility of marriage with this sign is there, it is not high. A Libra marriage, on the other hand, is extremely high in possibility. Libra being well-balanced, extremely just, and having a fine appreciation of the arts suits well your own tastes and sympathetic nature. You must remember, however, to give Libra as much love as he or she gives you. Where Gemini and Aquarius are concerned, Gemini will have to tread lightly in fear of hurting the sensitive Aquarius nature. They have the tendency to be slighted where no slight was intended, and although you are sympathetic to this nature, it can sometimes slip by you unnoticed. Aquarius will match you in intellect, but will not usually have the same appreciation of the arts and more refined life which suits you the best. A Gemini man must be careful that his mate knows he finds her desirable. Because of your constant mental activity and the rate at which you burn off energy, you have the tendency to forget about your sex life. This by no means implies that you are not interested. It merely points out that you are capable of forgetting through preoccupation. The Gemini woman has much the same attitude towards sex as does the Gemini man, although she is far more capable of using her charms than he. The Gemini woman is capable of using her sexuality and sensuality to gain her own ends, but they are faithful and most giving to the man they love. In whatever you attempt, luck will play a natural role. While you are not the luckiest of all the signs, you are by no means unlucky. You can do much to aid your luck, such as being sure that certain colors are always to be found in your environment. Green in all shades should be flattering and good for your personality. Orange and yellow are also beneficial colors. The numbers that can be most advantageous for you are 1 and 5, especially 5. Whenever these numbers are mixed with your colors in any combination, it should prove to be most advantageous. The agate, set in pure gold, is certainly a magnet which can attract good fortune to you. A ring or piece of jewelry consisting of these two elements will always enhance your chances for success. Your best days would be Thursday in the business week and Sunday in your leisure time. Decisions made on almost any day of the week have good chances of bearing fruit, but decisions made on either Sunday or Thursday may ripen earlier. Any projects or directional decisions made in April stand to put you ahead of the pack. It is only February that you seem to have a downtrend. Major financial decisions would be wise left alone until the beginning of March. In conclusion, Gemini can look forward to a successful and rich life. Take the advice that has been suggested, and you will find that your way is clear and unobstructed by strife.
Your fortune is in the stars. Your horoscope can show you the way. But as in all things, you are the judge and the jury. You must make your own way through life and make the decisions that only you can make with any degree of total understanding. You are the leader, but the stars can be your guide. Your fortune awaits.